Well, welcome to, I don't know, it's not a year. I don't know what to call it. The Pictures of 1370. This is going to be creating the family pictures for this year. And one of the things that I need to do first is I'm going to move people around because we do have some people at war and we have other people living in different houses and all that kind of stuff. And I want people to kind of be pictured together. So first I'm going to do some moving around and then I will show you how I go through and take the pictures and save them. And then we'll go through the rest of it. So I'll meet you back here in just a second. Okay, so I've gone through, I've looked at everybody, I've made a list on my piece of paper so that I'll make sure I get all of our families on there. We have 11 different families. I'm going to actually go over and start in France and do our family over here. So the way I do that is I click on them. I forgot that we gave Victor a beard. It's been so long since I've been to their house. Anyway, and then we go to manage households and then I go to edit because what I want to do is pull up the family and create a sim. And then I go here because I want to save this household. Now, the main thing I'm wanting to make sure is that I can see their feet and, of course, their heads, which I can in this picture. But I'm going to just randomize and see if I get another one. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. They're all just standing there together. It's funny how his hand is kind of in her shirt, like it's white. Let me try again. No, I don't want the kids. This one's okay because I need them to be close. There's a few of them where it makes some of the family members like stand out really far. And I might even be able to move this kid in. I forgot his name. Hold on, let me see what his name is. Frey. No, I thought this was Frey. Oh, this is little Victor looking just like his dad. Okay, so I can scoop Frey in the editing software, which I'll show you how to do that. And so then I just save this household to my library right down here, and that is all. So they're done, and I don't actually care to save, so we're just going to exit Create a Sim, and I'm going to put a check mark beside them on my paper because they're done. Then I get to go just up here to the top. All of my families are here managing my households. So I'm going to click on them one at a time and do the same thing. I'm going to say that I'm going to edit them, and then I will just remove them from my...
Zaffel, up, Leva.
Okay. And I will just remove them from here as I get to them. So this is not bad. You can see everybody. I kind of wish that Kellen was standing next to Ida instead of our weirdly shaped Oliver. I just don't know what to do about him. Anyway, I also try to make sure that nobody's making this face with their, like, the baby Stinky, because I don't think that you would do that for a family picture. Ooh. So I like this one. Everybody seems to be standing here. I will probably scoot Oliver over a little bit as well, but this one is good. So that's it. I'm going to go through this whole process and I will catch up with you after I'm done. Oh, I guess one of the things that I need to show you is what happens if there's not enough people in the family and I don't get to see their feet. If you've watched Morbid do this, then you already know, but I'll show you. You need other people in your house. To keep it from zooming in like this, you need more people in your house. But when you add toddlers in the house, sometimes they're carrying a toddler, and we don't want random toddlers. So I literally type in Doberman because I just want to add dogs. And they need to be big dogs, because if they're small dogs, then your people will just be holding the dogs, and it will defeat the purpose. Because we want to be able to cut the dogs out of the pictures. So I usually try to find one that has a couple of dogs, and that still might not be enough, but I put the dogs in here and then I do it again. See, it's still cutting off. It's going to cut off right there. So it's still not giving me all of them. So we're going to add one more dog into our house. Okay, so now let's see how they look. Okay, now what I'm looking for, because now we have all their feet, I need to them in a pose where I can easily cut the dogs out, or kind of easily. So like this one right here is good because nothing on the dog is overlapping with anything on my people. So we're going to go with this one. And that's how we do it. The weird part is, yes, I have a house that's saved with 3 dogs in the picture with Maleficent, but they're not there now because I didn't save it. So anyway, that's how I do it. Now I'm going to go do them all and I'll meet you back. Okay, once all the pictures are taken, I can literally just close my game. There's nothing else that needs to be done in game. Okay, then what we do over here is we open up our tray importer. If If you don't know about that, I'm sure there are plenty of videos that explain it to you. I would not do a very good job, so I'm not even going to try. But all of our families are listed over here, starting with this house here. So all I do now is save them all to my actual computer. And I'm going to save them in just a separate folder that I'm going to create. That's just going to be called 1370 Family Pictures. And that's it. So when I'm done saving them all, I will be back. The only thing, let me say this before I start, the only thing you need to be aware of is if any of these labels over to the side over here, it says Archer, Clark, Jones, Smith, all that. If any of those are the same, then you can't save them all to the same folder because they will rewrite over the one in front of it. So just make sure none of them are the same, or if they are, that you change the name of them before you save them or save them in a different place. Okay, now I have them all saved in here. And this next step can be done or not done. I just do it because it makes this much easier to look at, is I go through here and erase everything except the household picture of everybody that is the largest size. So the 591 by 394, just because that makes it easier when we are editing things. Okay, then I double check. I made sure I had 11 things that were not checked, and I deleted everything else. So here are our 11 pictures that we need to put together into one picture. And that can be done in a variety of ways. I use Canva because I don't have Photoshop. I know that some people use Photoshop, but I use Canva. So, and I have all of them saved in here from all the decades that we have done so far. And I'm not going to copy or make the 1370 yet. The main thing I want to do is get all of the people on this page and get them spread out as much as I need to. So first, I'm going to upload all the files that I just moved over here. And this can be done with any software. You just really need the ability to remove things either from the background, or you just need a way to erase things to get rid of the dogs. Otherwise, you can use it in any software program or thing online picture program that you want to use. Okay, so I like to move the dog pictures in first because I need to edit those the most. So that's literally all I do is drop them in. And then my background remover is what I use to erase with. And that's it. I just go through here holding down with my mouse and I erase the dogs. And it's still, when I'm done, you can see the picture is still big. So I usually do just bring in my sides, because when you have a lot of people and you start arranging them all, you need your thing to be as small as possible, which you'll probably see later. Anyway, I'm just going to stick them up here in the corner out of the way and move on to the next one. All right, this one's going to be the hardest because there are two different places right here and over on the other dog where they're touching our people. So you can adjust the size of the eraser tool, but really, I mean, when you have this many people lined up, as many people lined up as we're going to have, it's easy to blend things and not have things show up. So that looks good enough to me. Now, here's one of the things that I do a lot of times is I want them to be standing closer together in this picture. So I will make a copy of the picture. I'll have to take the dogs out again, but I'll make a copy, and then I will, in this picture, I will cut out, well, that's Nicholas, but I'll cut out Nicholas and just leave Gwendolyn. And then in this picture, I'll cut out Gwendolyn and just leave Nicholas. And then they're two separate pictures and I can put them as close together as I want to. And since I'm cutting out everybody, it'll actually be easier to just cut all that instead of trying to go around the dogs. Okay, and then that's it. And so what I will do is I will take, and I do this on a lot of them, but I will take his picture and then I can put it all the way up to here on hers, and it looks like they're just standing there together. So that is how I do that. Okay, so that's everybody that had a dog in their picture. Now I just need to bring everybody else in and make sure I have all 11 families. I'm going to have to shrink them all down. Okay, so they're all here. This is our main family, and I do want to keep them kind of in the middle. We have a side family here and a couple of side families here. There are purple ones. And then we have red and yellow and blue. So we have a lot of yellows. So we're going to put all the yellows on one side. Let me get the blue out of the way. And we'll put the reds together over here. And then we have our purples that are going to be surrounding our main family, which again is going to be in the middle. Now here's where the problems start to come in, is that just lining all of these people up, even if I make them like this small, which you can see how with the size they usually are, but even making them this small, they're still not going to fit. So I think I'm going to put them in family groups around. Like I think we're going to do, I'll play around with it a bit and then I'll show you. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about this because I really like having everybody like across the bottom, but I just don't know how I do that without shrinking everybody down to such a small size, which I still might do one like that, but I like this one in their family groups. And I like it because here's one thing that I did. And so we can see that Mary right here and Adrian and Grants right here are all like on the same level. Nobody's above anybody else. And it's because they're siblings, right? And so as their kids age up, they could be down below. And I don't know, this is Gwendolyn married to Sebastian, and this is their daughter. And so these are their grandkids. So I put them like under them, but also like this is their sister and this is her sister. All three of these are sisters. So I don't know how I feel about them being like spread out like this, but I didn't know how else to get all the yellow people together because there's so many of them right now. So this is how I did like this family, which is these are originally the Cooper kids, and the only three that were left were these three girls. And then I guess what I should have done is made Ida wear green, because technically the heir and his wife and children wear green, and the side families wear purple. So these are all the side families. We have Kellen's sisters. Flora is an older sister, and then Maleficent and Ingrid are younger siblings. And so I put them over here like this with their people. And then down here we have what's left of the English family. So they had only Francine left, and she married Arthur Price, and they had all of these children, and Arthur died and his sister moved in. So that's why she's here in this picture. So that is what we have so far with everybody. And I guess this is how I'm going to do one of them, but I think I'm definitely going to do another one that shows that people are gone to war, because we have both Oliver and Kellen gone to war. So this family here doesn't look exactly the same, but I don't know, because also, I kind of just want it to show the families represented. So I don't know. I could just put like a little note under here that says they live in France, and I could put a note under here that says they're at war, and I wouldn't actually have to have them physically separated. I don't know. I want to know what y'all think about this. I am going to do another page down below that just has everybody like all squished in. So let's do that. Okay, with it being this small, I can almost get everybody in the picture. I just have like Richard sticking off the end, but if I slide it like this, where I have a little bit of Elvira sticking off and a little bit of Richard, I can get everybody across the bottom like this. So I like it, but without changing the dimensions of the thing the page that I'm on. This is what we have. So I still like this one better. I feel like this one explains who everybody is a little bit better and where they go. But I do like it. It's just, I think they're even a little too small. So I don't know. We know we've got her standing like directly in front of Oliver. I kind of need to fix him. Okay, so I can put them back down here. And then we can put Oliver actually closer to his family. Okay, so they can actually scoot over a little. So if I squish people a little bit more, it looks like I might be able to make them a little bit bigger. Okay. I think they're as squished as I'm going to get them. So there we go. I think that's as big as I can make them. Let me group them together and move them. Maybe that's better if they're moved up. What do you think? Like, I scooted them over too much. Okay, so that's it. I want to know what you guys think about it, because usually I use these as the thumbnails for the whole like 1360s. This was the thumbnail with the thing up here in one of the screenshots. So I want to know what you guys think. Should I use this one with all of these as the thumbnail, or should I use this one with everybody in a line together? I would like to know down below what your opinion is. And that is how I make the family pictures. I love them. I love looking at them and seeing where everybody is and how they all look together. I just think it's fantastic. And seeing how big our family has gotten is also great. So, like I said, if you have any suggestions or opinions about it, I would love to hear it. Otherwise, I'm going to see you in the next video, and it's not going to be tomorrow. So I am taking a break, and I will see you probably back here on Monday, but I'm taking a few days off, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.